Hi guys, welcome to another video. This time I'm going to talk a little bit about the AimPoint Express green reading system again. Some of my older videos have covered this topic, but I thought I'd talk about another angle of it this week. Seems to be quite timely with Dustin Johnson, the world #1 golfer, using AimPoint Express, adding that to his green reading skills this week at the Players Championship. Those of you that watch Sawgrass would have seen Dustin doing some AimPoint. For some of you, AimPoint might be a familiar system. Others, you may have a sort of vague understanding of it, and it's quite possible that you've never heard of AimPoint at all. So I'm going to try and cover the very basics of this read, and the main purpose of this video this morning really is just to share with you the options that AimPoint gives you as a green reading tool. So hope you enjoy this video. Let's get going. AimPoint was founded by Mark Sweeney, and Mark originally developed a computer software program that enabled golf broadcasts to accurately map the predicted journey of a golf ball on a green. So for television viewers watching golf coverage, they had a better idea of what the ball needed to do, where it was going to go and how it was going to curve. And from that technology, Mark developed a teaching product and a system which originally had this chart. The AimPoint chart was part of that. Some of the players on tour are still using the chart, and the chart was also taught to regular amateur golfers. And off the back of the chart, the read became much simpler when AimPoint Express was launched 3 or 4 years ago now, and AimPoint Express is visible on the golf course when you see golfers standing, feeling the slope with their feet, and then using their fingers up in front of their eyes like this to determine a certain amount of aim or break to play. So what does that mean for you? Well, basically it means that golf balls break on a green because they're running across a tilted surface. So balls don't break for any magical reason. They're just really being pulled downhill by gravity. So if I use these two sticks on the green here, if I was putting from here towards the camera and my ball was traveling towards the camera, it would tend to roll, in this instance, from left to right as I putt. And you can see here how this ball is just falling down the slope under its own weight. That's gravity having an effect on the ball. But oftentimes, green reading isn't as simple as that, because our eyes tell us false information. We see things that don't actually exist, and that's through very simple optical illusions that we've all experienced. So what AimPoint Express tries to help you to do is to feel slope with your feet. So you would feel slope, you'd stand in a certain position to feel slope, try to ascertain whether or not there is any tilt from right to left or left to right. The AimPoint Express class would teach you how to put a numerical value on that, and from that point you'd be able to make a good read. So AimPoint is a very simple, very, very quick process where the read should take less than 10 seconds in most cases. Okay, so how is that useful information for me as a golfer, or for you as a golfer? I'm going to read this putt that I've set up in front of us here. We've got the hole is just here, if you can make it out. I hope you can. Obviously the ball is in the forefront of the shot, and halfway down the putt there I've got a couple of the Vizio putting gates situated in 2 different positions. I said I wanted to show you the versatility and the softness of AimPoint Express that allows you to make choices based on your preferences and your feelings once you've made a read. I would liken AimPoint Express and the read that you make initially as like a yardage that you'd get from your yardage book or your Garmin sports watch or your Bushnell. You'll fire a Bushnell or a laser at a target, and you'll get a number back. And once you've got that number, you'll then make adjustments based on your experience, based on other factors such as the weather, the wind, the slope. And every single time you hit a golf shot, you're factoring in all those different elements and making a decision as to where to aim and what club to hit once you've factored everything in. The reality of putting or AimPoint is exactly the same. The original read gives you the gives you the start point, and then you factor in other elements such as green speed, such as uphill, downhill, such as wind, such as your tendencies, whether you're a person who likes to hit the ball firmly into the cup, or if you like to dribble the ball or lag the ball very, very slowly to the cup. So AimPoint Express has options, and you'll see here as I go ahead and hit some putts that once I've made my read, I've got some flexibility as to whether I want to pick a slightly straighter line to the cup and hit the ball firmer, or if I want to pick a higher line and allow myself to hit the ball softer, and you'll see the differences here in the results. So having made my standard read, I'm now going to choose a couple of different options. I'm going to choose to hit this putt a little straighter through the grey or silver gate, and in order for it to go through and still hold its line and go through or over the hole, I need to hit this putt with a little bit more speed. And both these examples, the ball goes through the silver gate and goes through the middle of the hole, but in both these examples the ball finishes more than 2 meters past the hole, which may be too much for some situations. And here I play more break through the red gate and notice how the ball literally dies onto the edge of the hole. This might be more prudent in some situations. I even managed on this occasion to put the ball straight through the middle of the 2 gates, and this ball still catches the hole, finishes slightly past. And finally, I thought I'd show you how playing too much break, so hitting the ball outside of the gates, doesn't make the ball go in, but my miss there is a very safe miss. And this example really demonstrates how erring on the side of playing too much break will generally allow you to leave the ball much closer to the hole. I hope you found that short video useful. In my experience, golfers, contrary to what they tell you, are not good green readers at all. They're generally terrible green readers. Most of the time, if they're good at reading their home greens, it's because they've played them many times and they remember the slopes. So they're really green rememberers rather than green readers. If you want to improve your green reading, which is a seriously important skill to separate your score and improve your handicap, I suggest you look out for your local AimPoint Express instructor, certified AimPoint instructor. You can do that at aimpointgolf.com. Make sure you learn AimPoint from a certified instructor. Any questions, post your comments down below. One final request before I go. I would love for somebody in the comments section to explain to me the definitive guide to the plumb bob. I've seen it used many times. I'm struggling myself to understand it. Even the #1 golf coach in the world, Butch Harmon, was recently on Sky Sports giving his explanation and his understanding of AimPoint Express, and he finished the segment by saying he still uses the plumb bob. So Butch, if you're watching, let me know how that works. Anyone else who cares to comment, please post comments down below. Appreciate you watching. Hit the share button, like and subscribe. I will see you next time.